Welcome to Meanwhile in Turkey, Turkey's only publicly funded English-speaking news show.
Abla çok korkuyorum.
Tamam, hiç korkma. Korkacağın hiçbir şey yok.
3 ilerle.
Bekle abi.
Belden al. Belden tut.
Kırın onu işini çıkartın ya. Kırın çıkartın. İşini kırın çıkartın.
Elinin yüzüne. Nerede annen? Annen nerede?
Hiç zorlama. Mevcudu da patlar. Biraz çalışalım. Zorlama.
Allahu Ekber. Yavaş. Düşürmeyin.
Last Friday's earthquake in Izmir gave us a sombering reminder that lives are very cheap in Turkey. So far, more than 100 people have died and over 1,000 people have been hospitalized. There are still people under the rubble and rescue efforts are still on the way. The reaction towards the victims and the rescue workers have been nothing but spectacular. People have been donating food, tents, medical equipment, and clothing. Some rescue workers went as far as to say that they've been to numerous countries to give out these aids, but here was the first time that people were giving them tents and giving them food. Spectacular. Great job, guys. The government also reacted immediately and brought its whole weight onto Izmir. Hundreds and hundreds of rescue workers converged on Izmir and they've been working day and night, all saying the same motto: we're going to stay on the rubble until we take out the last person from the rubble.
Canım benim. Gel bakalım. Battaniye var mı çocuğu sarılıyor? Var.
Since Friday, Turkey has been watching this drama unfold. Yes, there's been very sad stories, but yet we were able to catch a glimpse of hope, of beauty, of courage. Here are some of their stories. Inci Okan, 16 years old, violinist, rescued after 17 hours.
Elimi tutar mısın?
Ver, tabii ki tutarım. Tabii ki.
Çok korkuyorum.
Korkma.
Oh.
Korkma İnci, tamam mı?
Deneyeceğim.
Bak, birazdan dışarı çıkacağız seninle. Bana bak. İnci, ellerini önünde birleştir ablacığım. Aferin sana.
Harikasın İnci, harikasın. Bak geldik.
Elif Perinçek, 3 years old, rescued after 65 hours under the rubble. Her twin sisters and her mother were rescued 23 hours after the earthquake. Unfortunately, her brother Umut was not.
Vallahi helal olsun kızım. Bareti çıkar, bareti. Arkadaşlar tamam. Bir sakin. Herkes beni dinlesin. Çok kötü. Sakin.
And finally, Aida. She was rescued 91 hours after the earthquake.
Yok çok şey yapmadım. Yok. Aç.
Bir saniye dur çıkma. Kırın onu işini çıkartın ya. Kırın çıkartın. İşini kırın çıkartın.
Now comes the hard questions. Could this have been prevented? The answer is yes. Surprised? Not me. You see, the two buildings right now that the rescue workers are focusing their efforts on were supposed to be condemned. They were supposed to be brought down. Yeah, that's right. This is not, the deaths of the people in those buildings are not because of an act of God. They're not because of an earthquake. It's straight out murder. Two separate reports were given in 2012 and 2018 to the owners of the building, stating that the building had sustained damage due to a previous earthquake and it should have been condemned, brought down, and rebuilt. But nobody took the report seriously, especially the municipality. Rescue workers on these two sites have numerously stated that the concrete they were touching would kind of break in their hands. Also, let's not forget the fact that these two buildings were actually built on land that was once used as vegetable gardens. People are going to start searching for answers. What could have done, what should have been done. But it's too late, once again. Which brings me to another point, the big one, the big earthquake that everybody is expecting in Istanbul. Istanbul municipality published a report and updated it in 2019. This report shows the damage that an earthquake of 7.5 and above would do in Istanbul, area by area. And let me tell you, it's horrifying. According to this report, 7,185 buildings have to be evacuated immediately due to damage caused by previous earthquakes. In the event of an earthquake, it is estimated that over 190,000 buildings will be damaged in Istanbul, of which 14,000 of them would be completely destroyed. 14,000 buildings. Can you imagine? Only in Izmir, over 50 buildings were damaged. One of the few journalists who keeps on bringing up the subject of earthquake is Cüneyt Özdemir. On his YouTube channel, he lashed out at the stolid reaction of the government, local and national, about the subject of buildings that need to be reinforced. And he's right. Watch the video.
Ama hadi kardeşim bir şey yapın. Yarın bir gün saymaya gücün yetmeyecek oradan çıkacak insanları. Oradan cenazeleri saymaya aklın almayacak yani. Kalem kağıt yetmeyecek.
You know, Istanbul people literally live in a tomb. The report shows that after an earthquake of 7.5 and above, close to 2 million people will be left homeless, not being able to live in their buildings. It also adds that the destruction, the damage will be close to $120 billion. Funny enough, we did start a fund for earthquake prevention and to help out these buildings. You see, after the 1999 earthquake, the government came out with an earthquake tax. It was supposed to go on for a couple of years, but it's been going on until today. So far, the government has collected over $800 million. I wonder, what did we do with that money? You know, condemning buildings is a very unpopular thing to do, especially when it comes to votes. It is also very unpopular to have awful laws against contractors using subpar material. Construction is a pillar of our economy, but building pillars less than the required amount will only bring death and destruction. By the way, we're going to forget this ever happened, this earthquake. You know, we're going to forget these people that survived or that were saved. Reports like this are always brought to light after an earthquake. People start to talk and they say to each other, oh, let's do something about it. But to be honest with you, nobody's going to do anything about it. You're left alone. Unless our government does not create a national inventory of buildings in earthquake zones that need to be either reinforced or rebuilt, we're going to continue to see these tragic events. Anyway, thank you for watching Meanwhile in Turkey. Don't forget to click, subscribe, share, WhatsApp, comment, and pass the message along. See you next time.